Crap, yesterday sucked. So this video is for all of those who are with me who got a big ass tax bill yesterday or, last week or last month, whatever. I'll tell you what happened, how I've responded to it, and what adjustments I'm making moving forward. Hopefully you'll get something out of this, whether you got a big tax bill or not. So I use Profit First. Every dollar that comes in, 15% goes into savings, and that has saved my bacon for years. I haven't gotten a call from my accountant like this in, oh geez, 15, 20 years. Anyway, got it yesterday. Actually, over the weekend, but I didn't open the email. And it's a big number. Not devastating, not bankrupt. Not that you could bankrupt on, taxes, but like okay. And I still don't know exactly what happened because I do use Profit First, but clearly something happened. And I'll figure out what happened. But regardless, it is what it is. Well, when I first opened that email, my anxiety spiked. I definitely went probably 8.5, where I was spinning, where that's the only way I can describe it. When you're just sitting there and it feels like the world is just spinning around you and, big spike in adrenaline. Well, I know what to do. Years ago, I'll tell you what would have happened years ago. Years ago, I would have spun out of control. I would have absolutely spun out of control yesterday. I would have shut down. I would have got into really, really, really dark, bad places in my head, dangerous places. I don't do that anymore based on all of the personal development work that I've done. Saved my bacon yesterday. So what did I do yesterday? Number one, I started to breathe, literally. Okay. I reminded myself that I'm okay. I'm okay. Federal agents aren't at my door. The IRS isn't at my door. This isn't even something that needs to be taken care of today. Okay, my accountant is amazing. I adore her. She's been my accountant for nearly 2 decades. She'll be my accountant until the day one of us dies. But I think we have filed on time one time. So I've got till October. I remember okay, I'm okay right now. Number two, I went for a walk. I literally went for a walk, W-A-L-K, because when you're in survival mode, when you are, over a 7.5 on the anxiety scale, let's say, and you are in fight, flight, or freeze, breathing helps, gets the oxygen back to your brain, and walking, movement. And you're jacked up. I was jacked up, man. I could no more have sat down than fly to the moon with flapping my arms. So I went for a walk by myself, didn't even take the dog, get some of that energy out of my body. And within 10 minutes, I had come down enough to just be able to function and not be quite so jacked up. Then I called a friend. I called a friend who I trust, who I know, who wasn't gonna shame me, who wasn't gonna, oh, I told you so, or how did this happen? Any of that nonsense. And I knew, I don't have those people in my life anymore, but if I did, you need to stay away from those people when something like this happens, because they can you're pretty fragile right then. They can push you over the edge. So talk to her. She helped me center a little bit as well, gave me some good ideas. And then I got to work. Okay? Not even solving that exact issue right then. I've got time, but get to work on, okay, bigger picture. What else are we doing here? I was very conscious of not going into shame territory, okay? Yes, there are lessons to be learned from this. It's not a big enough number that it's, not going to be a big deal to pay. It'll get paid. It's fine. It's not going to, my lifestyle is not going to, go in jeopardy. I'm not going to have to sell something to pay it, And I've known people who've literally had to, sell a house to pay tax debt. Okay? Nothing like that. We're okay. This is just a bill that, yuck. Who wants any bill from the IRS, much less a big bill? And I had to start working through I was going into pity party territory a little bit. I don't want to have to pay this, and taxes are too high anyway. And it is what it is, okay? Taxes aren't going anywhere. I'm not going to win that battle, okay? I'm not going to win that battle. So it is what it is. And I'll figure out what happened with, that I wasn't taking out enough money when I thought I was. Okay, I'll deal with that. But I needed a while to just process things, because it just put me in a bad place, because I didn't think I would ever be there again. I thought I had it under control. Okay. And I knew that there would be I knew that there would be good in this. I just couldn't go there right then. I needed to just kind of sit and stew for a little bit. But I worked. I got other work done. I actually got good work done. And years ago, I'll tell you, the whole day would have been shot. The whole day would have been a total, complete waste. That's the power of doing personal development work. It wasn't a waste. I got a lot of work done. I got a lot of good work done. It probably wasn't with the best of attitudes, okay? And I'm still spinning a little bit. I was still not terribly happy, but, at the end of the day, I didn't go and get, a box of donuts. I didn't go and get a bottle of wine. I was okay. I ate a little bit more bread than I probably would have on a normal day. All right. Okay. And it wasn't a great evening, but I knew that it would be okay. And sure enough, and I didn't sleep as well as I just started to sleep pretty well. That was off. And then this morning, as I'm journaling, it was crystal clear. What am I supposed to learn from this? Well, the systems that I had in place that I thought were solid weren't as solid as I thought. Okay, we got to shore those up. And thank goodness this happened now with this tax debt versus with a much bigger tax debt, and those systems aren't shored up. Holy cow, this could have been so much worse. Number two, changing my attitude a little bit, my mindset a little bit. Again, this could have been worse. Number two, this is also, I made more money than I thought. Okay, that's a good thing. All right, shore up those systems. Reminding me that every dollar that I get in, I didn't just earn $1. I didn't get $1. Maybe I got 70 cents. I thought I got 85 cents, but okay, evidently not. So I need to adjust that. But again, that's not going anywhere. That's reality. I can't wish that away. And I can't pretend that I got $1 or now 85 cents. maybe, I'm going to figure out how to adjust that. But I've got to get that in my head. And I journaled, and I journaled. I didn't go into shame territory, because that is not helpful. There's no growth in that. Don't go there. Do not go there. And then what needs to happen? Okay, I need to have my accountant look quarterly to see where we're at so that I can adjust earlier. Okay, I need to be more on top of looking at things. I thought I was looking at them enough. Obviously not. Okay, not going into shame territory, but just what adjustments need to be made. Because I'll tell you, this is not an experience I will ever have again. Normally I would say, well, this is not an experience I want to repeat. I can tell you, this is not an experience I will repeat, because I will do whatever is necessary to make sure that I don't ever experience this again. And, this morning I felt okay. That's a beautiful thing about life. Every morning you get a brand new chance. You get a brand new chance. And it still doesn't feel great. I still am not happy about this tax bill, but it is what it is. And it'll get paid. And if you own a business, if you own a law firm, what a beautiful thing. We can make more money. We can get it paid. Okay? And then this morning in my quote book, this is the book that I wrote for daily quotes. This was today's quote. I'm not kidding you. It's right there. What seems to us as bitter trials are often blessings in disguise. Oscar Wilde. Quite frankly, I would mark out often. At least in my life, they're always blessings. What seems to us as bitter trials are often blessings in disguise. Now, when I first read that this morning, I was like, shut up. Okay, shut up. That's not what I said either. But it's true. It's true. So, and then this morning I've already talked to a couple other attorneys. Guess what? They had the same thing happen to them. Like this year, right now. So, if you got a tax bill, and whether it was $2,000 or $20,000 or $200,000, no, you're not alone. Know that if you panic, you're going to drown. So don't go into ignoring territory, which is freezing. Freeze. I'm just going to ignore it and it'll go away. It's not going to go away. Okay? Don't go into panic mode. You can't afford it. Take a deep breath. Go for a walk. Get back down to, under 7 on the anxiety scale. If you need to take another walk, take another walk. Don't get into fight mode where you're just like in a panic also of, oh my God. Oh my gosh, I need to get more clients now. Just chill. Okay, that's not going to be helpful either. Because then what are you going to do? You're going to say, oh my gosh, I need to pay this tax bill. I need clients, so I'm going to lower my price to get in some fast cash. And then you're going to put yourself behind the 8 ball even more, because you're still going to have to do this work. And now we're going backwards, okay? So before you just have a knee-jerk reaction of take action, just chill. Nothing's going to happen in the next day. You don't have to solve this today, okay? Chill. And then it would probably behoove you to gently and with love ask yourself some questions. Part of being a happier attorney is taking 100% responsibility. Nobody got you here. Your accountant didn't get here. Your crappy bookkeeper didn't get you here. You got you here. And the beauty of that is that you can get yourself out. You're the only person that can get yourself out. So, what adjustments moving forward need to be made? If you're not using Profit First, that's a good place to start. If you are, you still have a tax debt, okay, we gotta up it, okay? We gotta check in with, the accountant more often, or we need to get a new bookkeeper, or, whatever. What needs to happen don't go into shame territory, just what needs to happen. And then watch the feelings, because the feelings are gonna trip you up if you don't watch them. And the feelings being, I don't want to, and that's my money, and I'll just deal with this later. That's probably part of the reason that you got here in the first place. I know I have had a lot of things going on, and, I knew I hadn't been as vigilant of, keeping track of everything as I probably should have been, and I thought I would be covered, and I wasn't. So, what adjustments need to be made, and watch the feelings? Okay, just watch the feelings, because if you feel like someone is taking money from you that's yours, the government's taking money from you that's yours, you're going to resist that. Versus, oh, I get $1 and I didn't just earn $1, I earned 70 cents. Totally different mindset shift. And that is going to impact how you feel about giving that money over. If it's not your money, you don't feel bad about giving it over. Okay, just like if you had a client who had money in an IOLTA, that's not your money. You don't feel like it's your money. So giving it to them, no skin off your nose. Okay, if you can start thinking that way about your tax debt, that will help. Because, friend, it is not going anywhere. I wish it was. It's not. And so the last thing that I would invite you to do, what I did, which helped, is moving forward, what experience do I want in the future? Taxes are going to happen every year until the day I die. Oh, and then they happen after that too, okay? So I'm going to continue to experience something about taxes. So what experience moving forward do I want? I know I don't want this. I know I don't want this enough that this will not happen again. Well, that means probably some compromises. That means you're going to have to take away somewhere else or have to add something else. That means, okay, I'm going to have to make more money and make adjustments and maybe, be more disciplined, look at the books more. That if you have a big tax debt, maybe that means you're going to have to not go on that trip that you wanted to go on. Or pick up the marketing, get more clients. Increase your fees if you're using flat fees. Okay. What adjustments need to be made moving forward so that this doesn't happen again? Okay. But really, please don't go into shame territory. There's no growth in shame. And there's a huge difference between this happened and I don't like it and I need to learn from it, and here are the adjustments that I need to be making, and blah, 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 versus, I can't believe this happened. I'm an idiot. I suck. I'm financially irresponsible. I can't believe I let this happen. Okay. Don't go there. Don't go there. That's how people get in really dangerous situations. Okay? Don't go there. You're not growing when you're going there. You're beating the crap out of yourself. Don't go there. Okay? So, and if you didn't get a tax issue this year. Woohoo! Woohoo! That's awesome. Good job. I think it's always a good idea. Your guardrails held. Great. Check them every once in a while. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt to put a little bit more away, check with your accountant every so often, because let me tell you, learn the lesson from me and from the other attorneys out there who got a bill. You don't want this. You don't want this. And the more money that you make, the more important it is to be vigilant with this stuff. Because again, getting that call with $2,000 is one thing, or 20 grand is one thing. Getting it with 200 or 2 million, woo, that's a totally different ballgame. Okay? So, happy tax season, y'all. Happy tax season. Okay, take care.